Well, Project Gotham Racing 3, of course, is bizarre creations of Microsoft's, Xbox 360 debut, a racing game that has a lineage of a pretty well-established lineage through the previous two Project Gotham Racing games that have appeared on the Xbox. And here they are on the Xbox 360 with a racing game that is really a culmination visually of all the things the game has tried to do before. It sort of pares down the number of cars and the number of tracks, but when you're in the car and when you're driving these gorgeous photorealistic environments, you won't notice. You won't care because it's a thrilling, fast-paced, and immersive game, and in my opinion, the best Xbox 360 launch game in the bunch. There's only around 80 cars available in the game, but what an 80 that number is. I mean, you have really some of the top makes, some of the top models in the world. Ferrari, Roof, McLaren, Mercedes. Just all of these cars that you've heard about, that you've read about, that you've seen on TV and movies that you may have never had a chance or even dreamed of driving, you can drive in the game. And more so than just putting you outside of the car and letting you go around fast, in my opinion, the game's hallmark is its first-person view, putting you inside of the car with accurately modeled interiors, lighting effects that are amazing, a windshield that not only shows dust collecting on the windshield, but amazing reflective surfaces that show you headlights when you're driving at night in the Tokyo circuit, for instance. You can actually see the guy behind you's headlights in your not only your rearview mirror, but the windshield itself reflecting at you. So it's just an amazing, immersive environment. The sense of speed is incredible. Motion blur on both sides of you. The frame rate at about 30, never dips below 30 frames per second. It's just a thrilling, immersive ride that you always feel like you're on the edge of your seat, and that there's a kinetic sense of motion and fury to everything you do. There's not a slow car in the game. Every car feels like you're right on the edge, and you're just driving as fast as possible. It's thrilling. When it comes to your sort of solo career, a lot of the same type of challenges that you've been doing in the Gotham series for a long time now are still there. You'll still be running straight-up street races. You'll still be running cone challenges where you're earning kudos throughout by transversing these sort of cones marked on the course. In fact, the kudos system still plays a huge deal in the game. One of the ethos of Project Gotham has always been, you want to drive fast, but you always want to do it with style. And driving with style in Project Gotham might mean drifting through corners and sliding the tail out or doing 360s, and you're racking up kudos as you go along. The kudos system is still well intact here, and you even have sort of some interesting twists on the kudos system, whereas time attack courses where when you earn kudos, the countdown clock stops. So you want to sort of find a balance between running really fast and driving with style in order to make the most out of your run. Where Project Gotham 3 really sort of sets itself apart from the other games is in an extensive set of online features. Project Gotham 2 certainly had online racing, but Project Gotham 3 takes it to a new level with not only a variety of quick matches, the standard Opta matches where you just go on and have fun, elimination matches, street races, own the course matches where you're sort of trying to drive as fast as you can on specific sectors in order to own that section of the track. But it also has an entirely separate online career mode. Unlike the quick matches where you're just racing for fun, in online career the races count. You're racing for real. These are ranked matches. You're put up against players who are not only have a good network connection to you, but also are of like skill to you. So you're never racing someone who's just going to blow the doors off you, but you're also probably not going to blow the doors off anyone in these races as well. So a lot of replay value in the online career mode. There's no real progression to it. There's just a number of different things you can do in it, and always just keep trying to win. So the online focus of the game is where most people will be spending the majority of their time in the game, because the solo career you can finish in 6 or 7 hours. Gotham TV is sort of a bunch of different things rolled up into one. On the sort of more pedestrian side, it's the place where you go watch your replays, your saved replays, and where you can view the photos of your car collection that you've taken in the photo mode. But more interestingly, it's where you go to check out live online racing, internet racing. There's a real complex set of algorithms, I guess they use, that show the hottest race that's going on the internet at any given moment. You click on Gotham TV, turn to the Heroes channel as it's known, and you're watching maybe the hottest race that's going on at any one particular time. You can also change it to the Friends channel and watch, hey, you know, your friends who are racing at any given moment. You can check out the races that they're in. And when you're in a race, you may be selected to be on Gotham TV. A little icon will come up on the screen and say, hey, you're on Gotham TV, and it acts as a really great, you know, opportunity for you to show off and do some spins or, you know, win the race. It's actually a pretty amazing technical feat, I think. I'm not exactly sure how much time people will spend just simply tuning into Gotham TV and just sitting back when you could be driving the cars, but it's certainly a cool feature, and you can definitely probably pick up some pointers by watching the best in the world's attack tracks in London, Tokyo, Las Vegas, and so forth. It's really neat. And as good as the game's visuals are, I think the sound is even better. Just the soundtrack, you take the soundtrack alone, is really unlike almost any racing game I've ever played. You have your standard hip-hop and rock tracks, but you also have like classical music and a Bhangra channel and J-pop. You know, I mean, I can't remember the last time if I've ever seen J-pop in a racing game, but it's like all of these disparate musical genres come to play, and they actually are thrilling to hear. You know, you're driving fast to Verdi or Rachmaninoff or something, and it really sort of suffuses you with, you know, a real spirit of driving fast, other than, you know, in a way that a standard rock track might not do so. I mean, it's just a different way of hearing things, and it's just really fun. And of course, the cars themselves sound amazing, especially on a really great speaker setup with a nice subwoofer. You can really hear that grunt of the engines. All of the engines are individually modeled, and they sound amazing, from like the hollow sort of roar of a Ferrari to the whine of an Aston Martin. Every engine has its own characteristics. The screeching of the tires when you go around corners sounds amazing, and every viewpoint that you play through, whether you're playing in first person or above the car, all have subtle sound differences to them that are just intricately modeled and a joy to hear. As far as I'm concerned, this is the game this is the game for the Xbox 360 launch. It sort of marries obsessive detail with really approachable controls. You always feel like you're completely able to do something awesome in the car. You never feel like you're completely out of control. Even if you are out of control, you know that you could have taken that turn a little bit better and gotten yourself out of a spin or something. Its physics are demanding but not impossible, and its gameplay is approachable but rewards, you know, long-time play. Project Gotham 3 is definitely one of the hallmarks of the Xbox 360 launch. It's a game that shows off the platform's power, and does so with an artistry and a sense of immersion and power that hasn't been seen in launch day games in a long time. And I think it's a real jewel for the Xbox 360 game.